welcome back to my channel. It's Chandra. For those of you who are new here, I talk all things family, I talk all things everything, but I love talking business. I usually sit down, but today I decided to stand because this topic needed some elevation. I feel like this is a topic, as you've seen in my subject, that this is a topic that I sometimes feel is kind of overlooked a lot. We kind of tend to look at all these macro, which is all these big influencers, and we forget about the smaller bloggers, forget about the smaller micro influencers. Businesses sometimes do not realize that this is an investment that we don't always look at. So I'm just going to start by saying that few disclaimers, and one of the biggest disclaimer is that I am not here to make out any macro influencer. I am just talking from my personal experience, and I am just trying to give some tips to other businesses that is the same size as myself, which is quite a small business. It's quite a micro business, but ways that we can also benefit and ways that we can also make use of the influencer market. There is definitely a market for influencers. It's growing, it's expanding, and it's just getting bigger and bigger all the time. So that, by saying that, we can have somewhere to put our marketing funds and promote our business. So Hoppity Apparel is the brand I own, and it's the brand, and it's also the brand that has worked with two influencers before. We worked with Candice Manuel, who is, we did the Kardashian line with her, and we now working with Lazan, who is Lazan the mom, and she is a mom blogger. They both are lifestyle, but mostly fashion. Lazan the mom has a specific niche, and I just want to explain to you why we go with micro influencers and compared to macro influencers. So another disclaimer is that I have approached 3 massive influencers, and I've been turned down by all 3 of them. That then, of course, made me do research. Remember what I always say in business: every negative, there's a positive. There's a learning in everything. But we are off track. Let's get back on track. So back to why I decided to do this is that, firstly, I have noticed that with macro influencers, which are big influencers, they always are busy pushing product on their page. They're pushing product in their feed, in their stories. They're forever pushing product. So sometimes you overlook 1 or 2 products, or and you basically, and they are always connected and always do campaigns with big brands. So I don't know if you noticed, but once a brand is doing a campaign, they always use a few macro influencers. And I think some brands sometimes miss that you can actually, during their, like while they're running the campaigns, to maybe use 2 or 3 micro influencers that can also push the product. That way, they can also not just help the influencer grow, but they can also help the micro influencer can also help them gain that trust in the market. So firstly, the first point I want to make is that micro influencers have very high engagement. And the reason why they have such high engagement is because they value the people that follow them. They value the people that trust their opinion, and they value the people that comment and interact with them and engage with them on their page. They don't just comment on their stuff, but they also go through to their followers' pages, and they actually build trusting relationships. And that is the second point I want to get to. Micro influencers have a higher trust rate because they're not just pushing product all the time. When they market your product, they invested in it. So they really explain in detail what it is about. They really make time to understand it, and they really want to find out the detail of the product. The third point I want to get to is that you will get a very big return on investment. And that is actually because of one, which is engagement, and because of two, that is trust. People follow through and you will get a return. People will go like your page. People will go buy your product because they trust the influencer. I have found this, and this for me has really been the wow factor with having a micro influencer. And that is also one of the reasons I thought I must do this video now while I'm busy with this campaign with Lizanne the Mom. The fourth point I want to make is that micro influencers are not fussy about payment. They are not fussy about deals, about contracts, and sometimes they kind of settle for less than what they were. Really, I'm saying this and I'm being honest in saying this. I would give the offer and I would still ask whether they are happy, whether we can make any changes, and I always push for some sort of payment in cash. I would give them product, but I still want them to have some form of payment in cash. Afterwards, I would tally up and I would send them through everybody that used their code, and in some cases I would also push through that even if the code is not used, but I know the people commented on the page or I know it came through from there. I think it's important to build good relationships because, especially with micro influencers, while you trusting them, you are giving other brands the opportunity to see what they do with your content and how they use your content and how they market your content. That is the next point I am going to. That micro influencers take the time to make sure that they provide you with very good content. I sent a gift to Lizanne the Mom. I just want to quickly go through why I decided to go with her. I sent a gift through to her. She ordered something from us and I sent an extra parcel, which was a gift through to her. And she took the gift and she made a whole, she actually did pictures, she did a shoot, she did a whole video, and that content I could use on my page. But what I liked about it is that she took the initiative. I then sent her another, I think it was a mask or something else that I sent through to her, and she ordered something else again, and I said to her, you know what, I actually want to partner with you. And she said she's actually going to do a giveaway for her birthday, and that is how the collaboration started. It's about finding the brand, but also showing the brand that you really want to work with them. I think this video is for both ends. It's for people that wants to be influencers, and I think it's for businesses that wants to make use of the benefits of micro influencing. There is so much I can say about this topic. There is so much I can tell you about this topic. If I just think about it, when we worked with Candice at that time, she has two brands, and we made sure that we wanted to focus on the one brand. At that time, she was modeling for big brands, and Hoppity Apparel could then come in as a smaller brand. And I don't think Candice was a micro influencer at the time that we worked with her. I think she has blown up a lot more, but at the time we worked with her, she wasn't really a micro influencer. She just gave us the opportunity because I knew her from a personal point of view. She's a very lovely person, and that just naturally happened. But I think that what also happened when we worked with her was that the exposure we got was because she has her own clothing line, and she has, she is very much known for fashion influencing. I think that helped our brand a lot in the adult range. And then we took the adult range away because of a lot of reasons I explained on here before, but then it's back now, and it's back with a bang. And I also feel like some of her people that joined us that time are still, part of our following. And that is the nice thing about working with influencers. They really promote the brand, and they really push And something I just want to add in here, I do this quite often, where very so often, where I put in something free, especially for first time clients. And the reason I do that is because I always feel like you have entrusted our brand, and I just want to quickly give a little something back to you. But I don't know why, but I always take note of, you know, the feedback and the response, and people always come back. And yes, they don't always get something. Not every first time client get a free gift from us, but I just find that when you give people the opportunity to create content, that they can, and I always say this, everybody is influential. So use opportunities like that as well to push your product, and try to see people, everybody that comes to your business, start seeing them as influencers. So guys, that is all for this video. If you like this type of content, please do subscribe, click on the notification bell below, and I will be back with the next one. Mwah. Bye.